take development to the rural areas. Finally, I want to repeat what I've always been saying. Poverty is ultimately reduced because everyone who is a participant in the economy puts something on the table. This is why this government is working very hard to encourage investments to come to our country so that as many people as possible, especially the young ones, can have jobs. Because when you have a job, then you can sort yourself out. You don't need cash for work. Madam Speaker, I thank you.
Thank you. We have to catch up. We move to the next question. The Honorable Member for Chinsali. The Honorable Member for Chinsali.
Wait. Oh. Thank you, Madam Speaker. Question number 183.
The Honorable Minister of Infrastructure, Housing and Urban Development.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. The Honorable Member for Chinsali, Honorable Kalalwe Mukosa, is asking the Minister of Infrastructure, Housing and Urban Development the following questions. A, whether the government has any plans to construct a bridge across Kalungu River to connect Chunga village in Chinsali parliamentary constituency to Katuka Kauchu village in Inakonde parliamentary constituency. B, if so, when the plans will be implemented. And C, what the estimated cost of the project is. And if there are no such plans, why? We respond as follows, Madam Speaker. Question A, government has plans to construct a bridge across the Kalungu River to connect Chunga village in Chinsali parliamentary constituency and Katuka Uchu village in Akonde parliamentary constituency. Answer to B, government has awarded the contract for the construction of the substructures and assembly of the prefabricated steel acro panel bridges in Muchinga province to Ndekazi Investments Limited. The scope of works includes the construction the Kalungu and the Mweleshi bridges. The contractor commenced construction works on Mweleshi bridge site and has planned to commence works at Kalungu bridge site at the end of 2025-26 rain season, after the water levels in the Kalungu River recede. The answer to C, the estimated cost of the project for the construction of the Mweleshi and Kalungu bridges is 19,489,048 kwacha 54 ngwe. And obviously the answer to B is as stated in A above, government does have plans to construct a bridge across the Kalungu River to connect Chunga village in Chinsali parliamentary constituency and the Kauchu village in Akonde parliamentary constituency. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Supplementary questions. The Honorable Member for Chinsali.
Thank you, Madam Speaker, and thank you, Honorable Minister, for the answer. I just want to seek a clarification. I didn't hear properly what you said on the date of implementation. Did you say they have already started, or I didn't hear properly? Maybe if you can just clarify there. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
The Honorable Minister of Infrastructure, Housing and Urban Development.
Yes, Honorable Member. I did say the works have commenced, but on the Mweleshi bridge, the contractor commenced construction works on Mweleshi bridge site and has planned to commence works at Kalungu bridge. This is the one that you have interest in, that is Kalungu. As soon as the water recedes, if you have seen Kalungu River, it is very, very flowing with a lot of water. So we are waiting for it to go down, and then work will start there. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
The Honorable Member for Mitete.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Just to, you know, when you are calm and you don't want other people to cry, you remain quiet. However, we would love to congratulate the UPND for scooping the last by-election for Muchin Ward in Selenje. It's a sign. Taking advantage of this question, here is a constituency, a bridge. Minister, any plans for a bridge between a district and a district, Mitete and Lukulu, just taking advantage if there are such plans? Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Thank you. Well, it's up to the Minister. The Honorable Minister of Infrastructure, Housing and Urban Development, if you've got an answer for that question.
Yes, we do have plans to connect Mitete with the Lukulu district, just like we have plans to connect Lukulu East with Lukulu West. Thank you.
Thank you. Next question, the Honorable Member for Chama North. Oh, I didn't see that on time. The Honorable Member for Chinsali.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Then the other thing I wanted to seek a clarification, Honorable Minister, in your answer you mentioned about fabrication. What kind of bridge is going to be put on this Chunga Bridge? Will it be an acro bridge or it is a different type of bridge? Thank you, Madam Speaker.
The Honorable Minister of Infrastructure, Housing and Urban Development.
What I said is a prefabricated acro bridge. I'm sure you are very happy. Thank you.
The last member, the Honorable Member for Isoka.
Problem. Thank you, Madam Speaker. Honorable Minister, I just wanted to take an advantage on the same bridge because even the people of Isoka use the same bridge. So if the government is going to construct this bridge, then the people of Isoka will be very happy. Would like you to construct that bridge so that they can also take advantage of that same bridge. I thank you, Madam Speaker.
Thank you. The Honorable Minister of Infrastructure, Housing and Urban Development.
Thank you very much, Madam Speaker, and I thank the Honorable Member. With that level of appreciation, this is what gives us confidence that we are coming back. Thank you very much, Madam Speaker.
Thank you. Next question, the Honorable Member for Chama North.
Question 184, Madam Speaker.
The Honorable Minister of Local Government and Rural Development.
Sorry, Madam Speaker. The Honourable Member of Parliament for Chama North, Honourable Mutea Chalo, asks the Minister of Local Government and Rural Development whether the government has any plans to rehabilitate the following feeder roads in Chama North parliamentary constituency. Feeder roads, yes. 1, Chama Sitwe, Mafinga Turnoff, Mulilo, Londo, Mwinichipeta, Chivale, Kamboe, and Chivale Isoka. If so, when the plans will be implemented, and if there are no such plans, why? Madam Speaker, government has plans to rehabilitate the following the above mentioned figure roads in the Chairman North parliamentary constituency. Through the local authority, Chama Sitwe Mafinga, Turnoff Mulilo, and Londo Municipeta feeder roads will be worked on using the Constituency Development Fund, while the Chivale, Kambowe, and Chivale Soka feeder roads will be worked on as soon as funds are made available. Implementation of the plans already commenced. The local authority was working on grading works of Chama Sitwe Road using the CDF. As of December 2025, 36 kilometers had been completed. Upon completion of the remaining works on the Sitwe Road, the local authority will proceed to work on Mafinga, Turnoff, Molilo, and the Lundu Municipeta feeder roads, subject to availability of funds. Plans are there as answered in A. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Supplementary questions? The Honorable Member for Chairman North.
Thank you, Madam Speaker, for the opportunity. Thank you, Honorable Minister, for your responses. Honorable Minister, I want to state that Chama Town Council, I think working together, Chama North and Chama South, we have procured the earth-moving equipment, such as graders, excavators, compactor, and other road equipment. And of course, there's a lot of pressure, Honorable Minister, on the CDF. And I think the huge challenge we encounter is especially on crossing points. While we utilize this CDF and using our available earth-moving equipment, is government going to assist us, especially on the crossing points, the Chama Sitwe, and these other roads? Because I know that that is where the huge cost is coming from. So are you going to assist us in terms of crossing points? Thank you.
The Honorable Minister of Local Government and Rural Development.
Madam Speaker, thank you so much, and would like to thank my dear colleague for that follow-up question. Madam Speaker, allow me to commend the two honorable members of Parliament from Chama for working hand in hand. We have seen this, Madam Speaker, even in Mfrila. We are three members of Parliament. They join hands to do works that are of common interest in the district. We have also seen, Madam Speaker, that sometimes I was in Shiwangandu. I was also in Isoka, where I learned a lot, Madam Speaker, to say sometimes as a members of Parliament, we need to be reaching out to our honorable members of Parliament so that we learn exactly how they are going about using it with CDF. One interesting thing, Madam Speaker, in Chama South is that using the CDF, they came up with a very beautiful bridge. Very, very beautiful bridge. So in the same vein, with CDF, there is nothing like pressure. Man has no pressure. But if you know what is the pressure is what you want to use it on. So my dear colleague can also engage in the same way they came up to buy equipment as a district. He has to also sit with his brother to see, who is also my brother, to see how he used the approach he used to come up with such a very nice bridge using CDF. However, I did indicate, Madam Speaker, to say, should a window of resource open up, definitely, not only Chama, a lot of constituencies will be considered for crossing points. It's a matter of resource envelope. Thank you so much.
The Honorable Member for Lundazi.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. for giving a chance to the people of Lundazi to ask a follow-up question. When the Honorable Minister of Finance was answering to the question on poverty, one of the issues that have caused poverty to increase in our nation is lack of road networks. And our people can't sell their products because they have to spend a lot of money on transporting the same products. Honorable Minister, this issue of crossing points came in after the cancellation of all those roadworks which were supposed to be done by the previous government when you just came into power. Now, we have the equipment, we can be able to grade. However, the crossing points are very expensive. And you know very well that the CDF, there is no money enough to be able to work on Kavisiesie Bridge, to work on Kachule Bridge, and all those 18 bridges, especially for the people of Lundazi, where the floods have actually turned the constituency upside down. Now, Honorable Minister, taking advantage of the question by Honorable Mtayachalo, really, aren't you looking at maybe working on some of the most critical crossing points, especially for the people of Chama, and not forgetting that we are neighbors there in Lundazi? As you are going to Chama, you pass through our place so that you can also have connectivity. Otherwise, you can't reach Chama before you work on the crossing point in Lundazi. So as you are going to Chama, would you be in a position to work on those other crossing points, those which you cancelled the contracts yourselves as UPND? I submit.
The Honorable Minister of Local Government and Rural Development.
Madam Speaker, thank you so much, and I'd like to thank my dear sister, Honorable Member of Parliament for Lundazi, for a follow-up question. Madam Speaker, I like the way she tried into a constituency-based question, but brought up Lundazi. Madam Speaker, the entire country knows what happened in Lundazi. And we are with the people of Lundazi, for real. Definitely, but I know relevant institutions are not seated, they are doing something to avert the situation that Lundazi found itself in. We do sympathize, it was actually nature. But however, once resources, Madam Speaker, are made available, and by the way, what initially used to happen, Madam Speaker, is works were procured without a window of resource. So our approach is totally different, Madam Speaker. We want, when we not say, here's the money, now that's when we can reach out to the needy areas or needy projects. So we don't know to say, Chama North, indeed, the demands surpasses the allocation of CDF. We know that. But with the limited resources, we don't really want to over-assure, other than what I've said, to say, once there is a resource envelope, a window of resource appears, definitely Chama, Lundazi, and many more, including my own constituency, Nazongwe, will be considered. Thank you so much, Madam Speaker.
The last question, the Honorable Member for Chama North.
Thank you, Madam Speaker, for the opportunity. Honorable Minister, much as we local authorities have bought earth-moving equipment, I think there is also a need that we need expertise in these local authorities, because we may work on these roads, but not done to acceptable standards, and then it will be work equivalent to zero. So I think we need road engineers in these local authorities, otherwise we'll be running in circles. My question, Honorable Minister, the Chivale Isoka Road, was under a contractor, Tomorrow Investment, and under your ministry. And immediately when you came into power, you cancelled that contract, but works were not complete. So when do we expect that your ministry is going to give us another contractor so that the Chivale-Isoka Road can be completed? Thank you.
The Honorable Minister of Local Government and Rural Development.
Madam Speaker, thank you so much, and I'd like to thank my dear colleague for a follow-up question. Madam Speaker, what led to the cancellation of this contract was not just because they were given by PF, no. There was no resource apportioned to those contracts. Our approach is resources should be first be seen. That's when we undertake projects. That was the reason contracts were cancelled. Not that they were cancelled because they were procured under PF, no. Resources for those works were not available. One important thing that I also need to bring on board, which the MP raised, is the technical expertise in local authorities. That is a genuine observation, very, very genuine, because I've gotten a lot of complaints from also some other members of parliament to say sometimes the expertise in local authority desires much. What we are doing as a ministry, in an event that you feel you want more advanced technical expertise, we have a team of engineers at the ministry that we can assign to monitor the operations. It's not a big number, it's a very limited number, but we want value for money. The only way we can achieve that is when you observe that there is some sort of doubt in the capability of the engineers, please inform us so that we give you the right people who should do the right thing. Thank you so much.
The Honorable Member for Chama South, in summary, we are behind time.
Thank you, Madam Speaker and Honorable Minister. Thank you for the CDF. Madam Speaker, this is the reason why some of us have supported President Hakainde Hichilema. For the first time in our constituents, Chama South, we've done 60 kilometers, Chama, Chikwa, Chasato Road. We are also in the process of completing another 65 kilometers, Munyukwa, Chifunda. Actually, that is where the machines are. Bridges, as the minister has mentioned, have been done. So through you, Madam Speaker, this is the reason why we are saying let President Hakainde Hichilema continue up to 2031. It's for us to see this development continue. My question, Honorable Minister, is, have you, looking at these minor, including quite serious crossing points, as the Honorable Mtachalo has said, which you want to, in Chama South, want to promise the people of Chikwa that using CDF will put 2 bridges on Lunzi, because we know Chama South is one of the constituencies that will continue receiving CDF under President Hakainde Hichilema. Now, for these smaller crossing points, Honorable Minister, are you in touch with the very able and eloquent and politically very explosive Minister of Housing and Infrastructure? Are you in touch with him to ensure that the acro bridges concept, I believe is the only concept that can help us attend to a number of these crossing points, because countrywide It's not only in Chama North, but countrywide. Are you in any discussion, or do you have any plans to go into discussions to extend these acro bridges projects? We might need a number of them so that these smaller crossing points are attended. So I submit,
clear.
Honorable Speaker.
The Honorable Minister of Local Government and Rural Development.
Madam Speaker, thank you so much, and I would like to thank my dear colleague for a follow-up question and also his line of thought. That is a very wise line of thought. I should admit, I've never had an engagement with the Minister of Infrastructure along those lines. But it's a brilliant idea. We are taking it on. Thank you so much.
Next question, the Honorable Member for Chinsali.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. The Honorable Ministers want to wish me a happy Valentine's Day before the day comes. Madam Speaker, question number 185.
The Honorable Minister of Local Government and Rural Development.
Madam Speaker, thank you so much, and allow me to go through the question from Honorable Member of Parliament for Chinsali, who asks my ministry whether the government will operationalize Chilindi Mini Civic Center in the Chinsali district, and what the cause of the delay in operationalizing the center is. Madam Speaker, in response to the question raised by Honorable Member of Parliament, I wish to inform this August House that the government has commenced activities to operationalize the Chilindi Mini Civic Center. As an immediate measure, the local authority has stationed a revenue collector and departments performing devolved functions such as fisheries and livestock, as well as other extension officers operating in the area, were directed to start using the facility. The delay in the full operationalization of the Chilindi Mini Civic Center is due to resource constraint. Some supplementary information, Madam Speaker, for my dear colleague. The Chilindi Mini Civic Center in the Chinsali district is located along the D18 road, approximately 70 kilometers from the central business district, and was established to serve the northern part of the Chinsali district. The site comprises an office block and a staff house. Full operationalization requires a dedicated budget allocation to cover staff employment for additional personnel as well as routine operational costs. Notwithstanding the above, the premises have periodically been used for revenue collection activities. Madam Speaker, I thank you.
Supplementary questions? The Honorable Member for Chinsali.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Thank you, Honorable Minister, for the answer you've provided. I would like to find out from you, Honorable Minister, considering that you have said that what has made the government not to fully operationalize Chilinda Sub-Boma, it's because of resource constraints. So are you in liaison, or have you been engaging the Ministry of Finance so that they can assist us with the much needed resources for us to employ the staff that we need so that we fully operationalize Chilinda Sub-Boma? Because you know, when it is fully operationalized, it's a source of development, Honorable Minister. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
The Honorable Minister of Local Government and Rural Development.
Madam Speaker, thank you so much, and also I would like to thank the dear colleague, for a follow-up question. Madam Speaker, we don't just want to employ because a building was constructed. We want to employ because there is a need to employ, and the need is identified by the local authority right there in Chinsari. So once the local authority in Chinsari gives us a card of staff they feel will add value to the operations, that's when we shall engage Minister of Finance. So it starts with the local authority in Chinsari to the ministry, then the ministry rehearses with the Minister of Finance. Thank you so much.
The last question, the Honorable Member from Pika.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Question number 186.
The Honorable Minister of Infrastructure, Housing and Urban Development.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. The Honorable Member for Mpika, Honorable Kapyanga, Francis Kapyanga, is asking the Ministry of Infrastructure, Housing and Urban Development 3 questions. A, whether the government has any plans to construct the Mpika, Kativunga, Mukungule, Rufila, Kakolo Road in Mpika district. B, if so, when the plans will be implemented. And C, if there are no such plans, why? And our answer is as follows, Madam Speaker. A, the government has plans to construct the Mpika, Kativunga, Mukungule, Rufila, Koko Road in Mpika district. We do have plans. B, the government will implement the plans once funds have been secured from the Treasury. And the C, as stipulated in B above, the government does have plans to construct these roads. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Supplementary questions? The Honorable Member from Pika.
Thank you so much, Madam Speaker, and thank you, Honorable Minister, for that response. Madam Speaker, the response just says when the funds are secured without a time frame. As answered in B, that the government, in A rather, that the government has plans. The plan must be coupled with a time frame. Therefore, my question on the Honorable Minister of Infrastructure is that when will the funds be secured, taking into account the importance of this road? It's an economic road connecting Mkungule Chiefdom, the North Luangwa National Park, to the rest of the country. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
The Honorable Minister of Infrastructure, Housing and Urban Development.
Thank you, Madam Speaker, and I do thank the Honorable Member for the follow-up question. But maybe to put everything in context, it's necessary to provide a bit of history so that we understand why we are where we are. The previous contract for works was composed of 2 lots, which involved the construction and upgrading of approximately 80 kilometers and 78 kilometers for Lot 1 and the Lot 2, respectively, of the Mika via Kativunga through Chief Mukungule in Muchinga province of Zambia. So Lot 1 was awarded to Anoi Shwan Construction Group Corporation Limited at a contract sum of 267,727,318 kwacha 33 ngwe, which included VAT. Lot 2 was awarded to China State Construction Engineering Corporation at a contract sum of 253,060,892 kwacha 07 ngwe, which includes VAT. The scope of works for the project included earthworks, construction of pavement layers, surfacing and drainage works on both lots, including other auxiliary works such as installation of road signage and road line markings. The contract for Lot 1, this is where it is important. The contract for Lot 1 lapsed on 16th August 2021. On that day, the New Dawn government had not yet been formed. We are still struggling to get other people to accept that they lost. The contract for Lot 2 commenced on 15th January 2015. And after 5 years, after 5 extensions caused by fiscal constraints, the contract lapsed and the project was terminated. And at the time of termination, a total of 46,295,000 kwacha, 46,295,824 kwacha etengwe, including VAT, had been certified and paid. So, the overall physical progress attained on both lots stood at 8.5% and 10.5% for Lot 1 and the Lot 2. The Honorable Member in the House can take note that the previous administration had made a decision that projects that had not attained 80% completion would be put on hold. These particular lots, one was 8.5 completion, and the other one was 10.5% completion. So it had been put on hold. Now, the estimated costs of upgrading the 2 roads to bituminous standards now is approximately, for Lot 1, 836 million kwacha, almost $1 billion. And also for Lot 2, it's another almost $1 billion, which is 815,100,000 kwacha for Lot 2. We're talking about significant sums of money from projects that were put on hold by our predecessors. I've often made a point. There is no cancelled project. All the projects that were started by our predecessors will be completed as soon as we are able to generate enough money in the economy to undertake these, these vast projects. So the Honorable Member should take heart. His question was, do we have plans? Yes, we do have plans. Resources being available, and we're talking about vast sums of money, we will definitely continue with these projects. His question is, when are resources going to be made available? As soon as the economy improves. And that's why we require his support to work with us, to work with the Minister of Finance, to make sure that this economy is placed on a growth trajectory. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Thank you. The clerk will now read the orders of the day.
The Zambia Deposit Insurance Compulsion Bill, National Assembly Bill number 38 of 2025, second reading.
The Honorable Minister of Finance and National Planning.
Madam Speaker, I beg to move that the bill be now read a second time.
The question is that the bill be now read a second time. Any debate? The Honorable Minister of Finance and National Planning.
Madam Speaker, I have the honor of presenting the policy statement in support of the Zambia Deposit Insurance Corporation Bill, number 38 of 2025. This is in line with a commitment to broaden financial sector safety nets by having a system for the protection of depositors in the event of a failure of a bank or financial institution, thereby promoting financial system stability. Our commitment to the protection of depositors arises from lessons that we have learned over time. Madam, the House may wish to note that in the mid-90s and early 2000s, Zambia experienced multiple failures of banks and financial institutions, and depositors were subjected to prolonged and uncertain depositor reimbursement processes. For instance, in 2016, the government intervened with financial support in the failure of the Intermarket Banking Corporation of Zambia, and subsequently in the failure of Invest Trust Bank PLC in 2024. The interventions were necessary to prevent significant losses to depositors. Madam Speaker, dependence on government intervention as a first point of call when banks or financial institutions fail is not sustainable. It is against this backdrop that it has become necessary to establish a scheme for the protection of depositors. Therefore, an independent entity to be called the Zambia Deposit Insurance Corporation is proposed to be established under an Act of Parliament which will allow for the creation of a private sector-funded corporation to protect depositors. Objectives of the bill. Madam Speaker, the Zambia Deposit Insurance Corporation Bill aims to achieve the following objectives. 1. Establish the Zambia Deposit Insurance Corporation and provide for its functions. 2. Protect depositors and contribute to financial stability. 3. Establish the Deposit Insurance Fund. And 4. Provide for matters connected with or incidental to the foregoing. Through this bill, we propose that all banks or deposit-taking financial institutions that are licensed to conduct banking business or provide a financial service under the Banking and Financial Services Act of 2025 to be a member of the corporation. Further, the bill proposes the establishment of the funds which may be applied for the purpose of making payments in respect of protected deposits. In conclusion, Madam Speaker, I urge the honourable members of the House to support this bill. I'm confident that enactment of this bill will protect depositors, enhance the financial safety net for people, and contribute to overall financial stability. Madam Speaker, I wish to thank you.
Thank you. Any further debate? The Honourable Chairperson of the Committee on Cabinet Affairs. The Chairperson.
Madam Speaker, in accordance with its mandate set out in Standing Orders 207J of the National Assembly of Zambia, Standing Orders 2024, the Committee on Cabinet Affairs considered the Zambia Deposit Insurance Corporation Bill number 38 of 2025. Madam Speaker, the bill seeks to establish the Zambia Deposit Insurance Corporation in order to strengthen financial safety nets for depositors, protect depositors in the event of bank or financial institutions failure, enhance financial system stability, and build public confidence in the financial sector. Once enacted, the bill will serve as a key pillar of a national financial stability framework. Madam Speaker, from the outset, allow me to emphasize that this bill represents a significant step towards safeguarding depositors and promoting confidence in the banking sector by assuring depositors that their funds are protected. The bill will reduce the risk of bank runs and reinforce the resilience of the financial system. Madam Speaker, the House may wish to know that stakeholders who appeared before the committee were in support of the bill. In doing so, however, they raised a few concerns on which the committee makes the following observations and recommendations. Madam Speaker, let me highlight a few issues that caught the committee's attention. The first issue relates to the governance structure of the corporation. The committee observes that the proposed composition of the board includes representation from public institutions such as the Bank of Zambia, Pensions Insurance Authority, Securities and Exchange Commission, Ministry of Finance, and National Planning, and the Attorney General's chambers. The committee is of the view that the absence of depositors' representation and independent financial experts and consumer voices does not provide adequate balance between public sector representation and independent professional expertise. Madam Speaker, in light of this, the committee recommends that the bill should provide for inclusion of independent members who are not serving in government and who possess relevant professional experience. Another governance issue, Madam Speaker, that the committee observed was that the concern that the proposal for the Bank of Zambia governor to be the chairperson of the board. The committee fears that the state of affairs has the potential to create a risk of overconcentration of power and against good corporate governance. The committee recommends that the chairperson of the board should be an independent person who should be appointed by the president. Madam Speaker, the committee also observes that the premium payments are critical in building a sufficient fund capable of protecting depositors and maintaining confidence in the financial sector. While Part 4 of the bill aligns with the international best practice, it does not clearly specify which aspects of the premiums are intended to be prescribed. This lack of clarity may leave premium setting to the board's discretion. Additionally, the premium framework may affect smaller and community-based financial institutions, particularly those serving rural areas and low-income households. Madam Speaker, in view of the foregoing, the committee recommends that the bill should clearly state whether what will be prescribed are the premium rates or a schedule or formula for calculating them. This will promote transparency and predictability in the premium setting process. Madam Speaker, the committee further recommends that the premium structure should also take into account circumstances of smaller and community-based financial institutions so that premium levels do not hinder the operations of the ability to serve the ordinary citizens. This is consistent with the objectives of the 8th National Development Plan to create a supportive business environment and broaden private sector participation. Madam Speaker, finally, I wish to pay tribute to all the stakeholders who interacted with the committee during the process. I also extend sincere gratitude to you, Madam Speaker, and the Office of the Clerk of the National Assembly of Zambia for the guidance and support rendered to the committee throughout its deliberations. Madam Speaker, I thank you.
Thank you. Any further debate? I see none. The Honorable Minister of Finance and National Planning, wind up debate.
Madam Speaker, I want to thank the House for the overwhelming support. Thank you.
Thank you. I put the question. The question is that the bill be now read a second time. As many as are of that opinion say aye. Of the contrary say no. The ayes have it. The question is resolved in the affirmative. Let the bill be read a second time.
The Zambia National Deposit Insurance Corporation Bill, National Assembly Bill number 38 of 2025.
Committee stage to be taken when?
On the 18th of February.
Committee stage to be taken on 18th of February. Next order.
The Immigration Control Bill, National Assembly Bill number 18 of 2025.
The House will now resolve into committee.
The Immigration Control Bill, National Assembly Bill number 18 of 2025. Clause 1, short title. Any debate, any objection? Clause 1 is agreed to. Clause 2, interpretation. Any debate, any objection? The question is that Clause 2 stands part of the bill. The Honorable Minister of Home Affairs and Internal Security.
Mr. Chairman, I beg to move that Clause 2 be amended with words as circulated.
The question is that Clause 2 be amended with words as circulated. Any debate, any objection? The amendment is agreed to. Clause 2 as amended. Any further debate? I see none. I put the question. The question is that Clause 2 be amended as words as circulated. Sorry, I put the question. The question is that Clause 2 as amended stands part of the bill. As many as of that opinion say aye. Aye. Of the contrary say no. The ayes have it. The question is resolved in the affirmative. Clause 2 as amended is ordered to stand part of the bill. Clause 3, continuation of Immigration Department. Any debate and objection? Clause 3 is agreed to. Clause 4, functions of department. Any debate and objection? Clause 4 is agreed to. Clause 5, Director General, Deputy Director General, other immigration officers and staff. Any debate and objection? Clause 5 is agreed to. Clause 6, Immigration Border Guards. Any debate and objection? Clause 6 is agreed to. Clause 7, delegation of functions by Director General. Any debate and objection? Clause 7 is agreed to. Clause 8, entry and remaining in public. Any debate and objection? Clause 8 is agreed to. Clause 9, application for visa. Any debate and objection? Clause 9 is agreed to. Clause 10, duty to appeal before immigration officer on arrival in Republic. Any debate and objection? Clause 10 is agreed to. Clause 11, examination of entrant. Any debate and objection? Clause 11 is agreed to. Clause 12, departure for Republic. Any debate and objection? Clause 12 is agreed to. Clause 13, duties and liabilities of carriers. Any debate and objection? Clause 13 is agreed to. Clause 14, non-application of part. Any debate and objection? Clause 14 is agreed to. Clause 15, residence permit. Any debate and objection? Clause 15 is agreed to. Clause 16, employment permit. Any debate and objection? Clause 16 is agreed to. Clause 17, investors permit. Any debate and objection? Clause 17 is agreed to. Clause 18, spouse permit. Any debate and objection? Clause 18 is agreed to. Clause 19, dependent permit. Any debate and objection? Clause 19 is agreed to. Clause 20, diplomatic permit. Any debate and objection? Clause 20 is agreed to. Clause 21, study permit. Any debate and objection? Clause 21 is agreed to. Clause 22, cross-border permit. Any debate and objection? Clause 22 is agreed to. Clause 23, asylum seekers permit. Any debate and objection? Clause 23 is agreed to. Clause 24, refugees self-employment permit. Any debate and objection? Clause 24 is agreed to. Clause 25, visiting days of business days. Any debate and objection? Clause 25 is agreed to. Clause 26, visiting permit. Any debate and objection? Clause 26 is agreed to. Clause 27, business permit. Any debate and objection? Clause 27 is agreed to. Clause 28, temporary employment permit. Any debate and objection? Clause 28 is agreed. Clause 29, transit permit. Any debate and objection? Clause 29 is agreed to. Clause 30, transit days. Any debate and objection? Clause 30 is agreed to. Clause 31, border pass. Any debate and objection? Clause 31 is agreed to. Clause 32, seasonal employment permit. Any debate and objection? Clause 32 is agreed. Clause 33, temporal payment. Any debate and objection? Clause 33 is agreed to. Clause 34, variation of payment. Any debate and objection? Clause 34 is agreed to. Validity of payments. Any debate and objection? Clause 35 is agreed to. Clause 36, prohibition from engaging in activity not specified on payment. Any debate and objection? Clause 36 is agreed to. Clause 37, renewal of payment. Any debate and objection? Clause 37 is agreed to. Clause 38, duplicate payment. Any debate and objection? Clause 38 is agreed to. Clause 39, revocation of payment. Any debate and objection? Clause 39 is agreed to. Clause 40, prohibition of offering immigration consultant service without registration. Any debate and objection? Clause 40 is agreed to. Clause 41, invitation to other immigration consultants. Any debate and objection? Clause 41 is agreed to. Clause 42, application for registration as immigration consultant. Any debate and objection? Clause 42 is agreed to. Clause 43, validity of certificate registration. Any debate and objection? Clause 43 is agreed to. Clause 44, renewal of certificate of registration. Any debate and objection? Clause 44 is agreed to. Clause 45, variation of particulars on certificate of registration. Any debate and objection? Clause 45 is agreed to. Clause 46, duplicate certificate of registration. Any debate and objection? Clause 46 is agreed to. Clause 47, suspension of revocation of certificate of registration. Any debate and objection? Clause 47 stands part of the bill. The Honorable Minister of Home Affairs and Internal Security.
Mr. Chairman, I beg to move that clause 47 be amended with words as circulated.
The question is that clause 47 be amended with words as circulated. Any debate and objection? Amendment is agreed to. Clause 47 as amended. Any further debate? I see none. I put the question. The question is that clause 47 as amended stands part of the bill. As many as of that opinion say aye. Aye. Of the contrary say no. The ayes have it. The question is resolved in the affirmative. Clause 49 stands as amended. In order to stand part of the bill. Clause 48, Registrar of Immigration Consultants. Any debate and objection? Clause 48 is agreed to. Clause 49, prohibition of prohibited immigrants and illegal immigrants from entry into Republic. Any debate and objection? Clause 49 is agreed. Clause 50, detention of suspected prohibited immigrant or illegal immigrant. Any debate and objection? Clause 50 is agreed to. Clause 51, deportation of prohibited immigrant. Any debate and objection? Clause 51 is agreed to. Clause 52, deportation or removal of foreigner from the Republic. Any debate and objection? Clause 52 is agreed to. Clause 53, notice to leave Republic. Any debate and objection? Clause 53 is agreed to. Clause 54, order of detention, deportation, removal, or release from prison or correction center. Any debate and objection? Clause 54 is agreed to. Clause 55, interpretation. Any debate and objection? Clause 55 is agreed to. Clause 56, obligations of employer. Any debate and objection? Clause 56 is agreed to. Clause 57, obligations of educational institution and higher education institution. Any debate and objection? Clause 57 is agreed to. Clause 58, obligations of operator of accommodation establishment. Any debate and objection? Clause 58 is agreed to. Clause 59, authorized officer. Any debate and objection? Clause 59 is agreed to. Clause 60, powers of authorized officers. Any debate and objection? Clause 60 is agreed to. Clause 61, seizure of property. Any debate and objection? Clause 61 is agreed to. Clause 62, power to use firearm. Any debate and objection? Clause 62 is agreed to. Clause 63, Immigration Integrity Committee, any debate, any objection, clause 63 is agreed to. Clause 64, designation of immigration holding facility, any debate, any objection, clause 64 is agreed to. Clause 65, notice to appeal before immigration officer, any debate, any objection, clause 65 is agreed to. Clause 66, proof of status, any debate, any objection, clause 66 is agreed to. Clause 67, evidence, any debate, any objection, clause 67 is agreed to. Clause 68, trafficking and smuggling in persons, any debate, any objections, clause 68 is agreed to. Clause 69, aiding and abetting prohibited immigrant or illegal immigrant, any debate, any objection. The question is that clause 69 stands part of the bill. The Honorable Minister of Home Affairs and Internal Security.
Mr. Chairman, I beg to move that clause 69 be amended with words as circulated.
The question is that clause 69 be amended with words as circulated. Any debate, any objection? Amendment is agreed to. Clause 69 as amended. Any further debate? I see none. I put the question. The question is that clause 69 as amended stands part of the bill. As many as of that opinion say aye. Aye. Of the contrary say no. The ayes have it. The question is resolved in the affirmative. Clause 69 as amended is ordered to stand part of the bill. Clause 70, immigration bond and bail. Immigration bond and bail. Any debate, any objection, clause 70 is agreed to. Clause 71, general offenses. Any debate, any objection, clause 71 is agreed to. Clause 72, general penalty. Any debate, any objection, clause 72 is agreed to. Clause 73, offense by principal officer, shareholder, or partner, or board corporate, or an incorporated board. Any debate, any objection? Clause 73 is agreed to. Clause 74, summary imposition of penalty. Any debate, any objection? Clause 74 is agreed to. Clause 75, appeal. Any debate, any objection? Clause 75 is agreed to. Clause 76, guidelines. Any debate, any objection? Clause 76 is agreed to. Clause 77, regulations. Any debate, any objection? Clause 77 is agreed to. Clause 78, repeal of Cap 123 and savings and transitional provisions. Any debate, any objection? Clause 78 is agreed to. First schedule on page 50. Any debate, any objection? First schedule on page 50 is agreed to. Second schedule on page 51. Any debate, any objection? Second schedule on page 51 is agreed to. Third schedule on page 52. Any debate, any objection? Second schedule on page 52 is agreed to. Fourth schedule on page 53. Any debate, any objection? Fourth schedule on page 53 is agreed to. Long title. Any debate, any objection? Long title is agreed to. The bill will be reported to the House as having passed through the committee with amendments. Madam Speaker, I have to report to the House that the Committee of the whole House has gone through the Immigration Control Bill, National Assembly Bill number 18 of 2025, with amendments.
Day for consideration of the report.
Wednesday, 18th February 2026, Madam Speaker.
Consideration of the report to be taken on Wednesday. The acting leader of government business adjournment.
Madam Speaker, I beg to move that the House do now adjourn.
The question is that the House now adjourns. Any debate, any objection? The question is agreed to. The House is now adjourned.
Next week at 48 hours time now to look at a business which was considered on the floor of the House today. Remember, business did start at 09 hours, and Madam Speaker made the following announcements. In the first announcement, she recognized the presence in the public gallery of pupils and teachers from New Crest Academy Limited in Lusaka District and the students from Lusaka South College in Lusaka District. And on behalf of the National Assembly of Zambia, Madam Speaker welcomed the visitors to the institution.
Madam Speaker did make another announcement in which she said that she had received communication to the effect that in the absence of Her Honor, the Vice President, who is attending to other government business, the Minister of Home Affairs and Internal Security, Honorable Jack Mimbu, MP, has been appointed acting leader of government business in the House from today, Friday, 13th February 2026, until further notice.
In the other announcement, Madam Speaker reminded members that the Electoral Commission of Zambia, ECZ, is holding the delimitation consultative meeting in all constituencies. However, ECZ, in consultation with the Speaker, has rescheduled the meetings scheduled for Thursday, 19th of February, 20th February to the week beginning, ECZ, in consultation with the Speaker's office, has rescheduled the meetings scheduled for Thursday, 19th of February, and Friday, 20th of February, to the week beginning 23rd of February 2026. She added that this is to enable all honorable members to attend the special address on the progress made in the application of national values and principles by the President of the Republic of Zambia, Mr. Hakainde Hichilema.
The specific dates for the rescheduled delimitation exercise meetings shall be communicated to the House in due course, and therefore, Madam First Deputy Speaker did say that honourable members are advised to be in the House on Friday, the 20th of February 2026, to listen to the speech by the President. Further, honourable members have been advised that on Tuesday, 17th February and Wednesday, 18th February 2026, all members will be attending the delimitation consultative meetings and are unable to attend the sitting of the House physically will be provided with logging in credentials so that they can attend the sittings virtually.
Thereafter, the Honourable Minister of Green Economy and Environment, Honourable Mike. Thereafter, there was a ministerial statement on the prevailing of weather conditions amidst tropical cyclone Gezani.
So the acting Minister of Green Economy and Environment, that's Honorable Rodney Sikumba, did deliver a ministerial statement on the impact of the cyclone Gezani. He did state in his statement that from the 7th February to 26 to date, Zambia has experienced a marked increase in rainfall activity across most parts of the country. During the early part of this period, from the 7th to the 9th of February 2026, continuous and at times heavy rainfall was actually recorded over northern, Mchinga, eastern, central and Kwebot province, and subsequently the rainfall activity extended to western Lusaka, southern and northwestern provinces, areas which had previously experienced a reduction in rainfall.
He said this sustained rainfall is attributed to increased moisture inflow associated with tropical cyclone Gezani, which is currently situated over the southwest Indian Ocean. She added that although the cyclone is not directly over Zambia, its circulation is enhancing moisture convergence over the country, thereby intensifying rainfall activity.
And so it's anticipated impacts as the cyclone continues its westward movement. It is expected to sustain the inflow of warm and unstable moisture into the region. Subsequently, the following impacts are anticipated: thus elevated soil moisture levels across the country, rising river and stream levels, especially in low-lying and flood-prone areas, increased risk of flash floods and flooding, particularly in urban areas with poor drainage systems.
Waterlogging and leaching of soil nutrients, which may affect agricultural productivity, possible displacement of communities in high-risk areas, and potential damage to infrastructure, including roads and bridges.
And so in light of the above, government advises as follows that local authorities should intensify community sensitization on flood safety and preparedness measures. Monitoring of major river basins should be strengthened. Relevant ministries and agencies must enhance coordination of preparedness and response actions.
Communities in high-risk flood zones are urged to take precautionary measures and remain alert to official advisories.
That's the ministerial statement that was delivered by the Acting Minister of Green Economy and Environment, Honourable Rodney Sikumba. Thereafter, the House did consider 7 questions for oral answer under Standing Order number 80. We'll just go through some of the responses to the questions. Question 181 did come from Chinsali Member of Parliament, Mr. Mkosa. He did ask the Minister of Local Government and Rural Development when the construction of Chinsali bus station in Chinsali district will be completed. And the Minister, in response, did assure the Member of Parliament that construction of the bus station will be completed. And the Chinsali lawmaker wanted to find out what the cause of the delay in completing the project is, and the Minister did say that the delay has been caused by limited funds. The other part of the question, the Chinsali Member of Parliament wanted to find out what the cost of the project is, and in response, the Minister did say that that can only be determined once the procurement process is concluded. At what percentage of completion the project was as of August 2025 is another question that was posed by Mr. Mkosa, and the Minister did respond that it's at 10%. The last part of the question, Mr. Mkosa wanted to find out the cost of the outstanding works, and the cost of outstanding works is 10 million kwacha. That's question 181.
Mr. Chingamyotu, Kalabo Central Member of Parliament, did pose a question to the Minister of Finance and National Planning. He wanted to find out in 2 parts what are the major causes of poverty in Zambia and the measures being taken to alleviate poverty levels. The Minister did say, attribute some of the causes of poverty in Zambia to low agriculture productivity, poor infrastructure, and on the measures, the Minister did say that reform of the economy, support of individuals through FISIP, social interventions programs such as social cash transfer, among others.
Mr. Mkosa, again of Chinsali, did ask the Minister of Urban Infrastructure, Housing and Urban Development whether the government has any plans to construct a bridge across Kalungu River to connect Chunga village in Chinsali parliamentary constituency to Kauchu village in Nakonde parliamentary constituency. In response, the Minister of Infrastructure, Housing and Urban Development did say that government does have plans to construct the bridge, and when the plans will be implemented, and he did say that this can only be done once the end of the 2026 rainy season actually does come to an end. The other part of the question, Mr. Mkosa wanted to know the estimated cost of the project, and the Minister did say that the estimated cost is 90 million kwacha.
Mr. Francis Kampianga, Mpika, Member of Parliament, did pose a question to the Minister of Infrastructure, Housing and Urban Development. He wanted to find out whether the government has any plans to construct Mpika, Kativunga, Mukungule, Lufile, Kakoko Road in Mpika district, and if so, when the plans will be implemented. The Minister did say that the government has plans to construct the Mpika, Kativunga, Mukungule, Lufile, Kakoko Road in the district, and this will be done once funds have been secured from the Treasury.
So those are some of the questions that were considered under Standing Order number 80. Thereafter, The House did consider the Zambia Deposit Insurance Corporation Bill, National Assembly Bill number 38 of 2025. It was considered at second reading stage, and committee stage is expected to be taken on 18 February.
And thereafter, the House did consider the Immigration Control Bill, National Assembly Bill number 18 of 2025, which was considered at committee stage, and it passed with amendments. So, report to be taken on 18th February 2026.
And that's it. That's all the time that we had for you. Be sure to join us for more live parliamentary proceedings next week on Tuesday, starting at 14:30 hours. From all of us, bye-bye. Take care. To have a lovely weekend.